am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today, I have a reading for Gemini moons. How are you, Gemini moons? I hope you're doing good. Happy July. Happy summer. I don't know about you guys, but I really like summer. I love the warmth and the sun being out. So I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Oh, these are coming right out. Very nice. But as I'm finishing up shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths. To calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, get relaxed, get comfy. Let's see what's going on with you guys. This feels a little urgent. I don't know why. All right, so for your oracle card, we have grounding with Virgo and the earth element. And for your tarot cards, we have the sun reversed, the hanged man reversed, the empress reversed, Five of Chalices, aka Five of Cups, Page of Chalices, aka Page of Cups, and lastly, Eight of Pentacles reversed. All right, I am actually just going to go ahead and just right off the bat try to pull out a clarifying card. Just so we're on the same page. Like, what kind of like area of life is this most likely about? Okay, Three of Wands reversed. Okay, Gemini moons, I'm gonna be honest. This is one of my least favorite messages to give in a reading. And not because it's bad, but I think it's a little... just because it can be very like frustrating to hear, I think, and probably not the answer that you're looking for. But it's not my job to give you the answer you want. It's my job to give you the message that the cards are giving you, and I don't really control that. So let me do my best to say this in a way that will make you hopefully feel better, because it really looks like you need that right now. But it looks like you are going through some sort of situation where things are not working out how you wanted them to. And I think you might even be kind of in the beginning stages of this thing, and it's just like not lifting off the ground. I pulled out this card, this Three of Wands. I'm assuming, for at least for most of you, we're talking about some sort of like project, thing you're working on, school, work, career, job, etc. That kind of thing. But just really any kind of like goal you're trying to get after, thing you're trying to work on. yeah, it looks like it's not working. In fact, because I mean, having the sun reversed, that definitely, I mean, the sun represents joy and positivity and light and all that beautiful stuff, happiness. So when it's reversed, it's like the opposite. It's like really struggling to find that positivity and maybe even in this case, like motivation, right? And I believe that is because you lost something relating to this situation. Five of Cups is associated with grief and loss, which doesn't necessarily mean that you lost a person. It could mean anything. Maybe some sort of tool or opportunity, or maybe a person who was going to help you. Something like that, that's kind of making you, I'm assuming, kind of have to like rethink your strategy altogether. Or maybe something didn't pan out the way you wanted it to, something didn't work out the way you wanted it to, and it's like, well, shoot, I really needed that. This is a pretty big blow. This is really setting me back. Definitely seeing that here. And I think part of what's kind of adding onto this negativity is that you just haven't really found success with this thing yet. Again, I'm kind of getting the vibe that you're more in the beginning stages of this, but Empress reversed, Eight of Pentacles reversed, you are not getting your return on investment. At least right now, at least like physically, what you can see and feel in reality, you're not feeling it so far. It's like, I feel like I've been getting nothing out of this. I feel like it's really not working. Because whatever it is I'm trying to get out of this, it's not happening so far. I guess just to make sure I'm getting my point across, I'm thinking of like a business, right? Where like you started this thing and you were really excited about it. Maybe you had some sort of strategy that you're like, all right, I think I can do this. I think if I stick to this, be able to flourish, expand, make some money, right? And you kind of lost something that was really going to help you out. And you're kind of, not really bringing in what you thought you were going to be bringing in. And overall, you're just feeling like, wow, this is not going well. Okay, so here's the thing. Honestly, I believe what these cards are encouraging you to do right now, there's nothing in this reading that's really telling me whether or not this is going to work out the way you want it to work out, good or bad, whatever. It's really not telling me anything, except that I don't think now is a good time to decide whether you want to give up or keep going. If that's kind of in the back of your head, wondering if you should just give up at this point, I don't think you should. Not because it's going to work out, but is or isn't going to work out, but because I just don't think now is the time to make that decision. Hanged Man reverse. That's why I'm saying that. I think if you try to make, honestly, like any big decisions or big changes that you don't have to make, I just don't think now is the time to be making those things. And I think this reading is implying that the reason why is because right now you are currently in too negative and pessimistic of a mindset to really be making any big decisions. I think it's really important that you kind of ground yourself. Refocus, maybe kind of be a little more pragmatic right now, at least, just to make sure that when you do make any decisions, it's not just coming from emotion, because most of that emotion is negative right now. I think there's just still things that need to be explored at the very least, things that need to be explored and worked through, and options you still need to discover and try. It's not really time to throw in the towel just yet. Again, regardless of what's going to happen in the future, and if you're eventually going to get the results you want, I don't know. But at the very least, don't give up yet. So that's why I was kind of saying that this is not one of my favorite readings to give, because kind of does boil down to just try and feel better, wait and see. And I'm sorry. To be fair, I have learned in all of my experience doing tarot readings for a very long time that when we get readings like this, there's usually a good reason why the cards aren't being more clear about the things we want to know. A lot of times it's important to look at what the cards are saying, but it's also important to look at what they're not saying, right? And yeah, this reading very much just feels like, let it play out. There's still things that need to happen, still things that need to play out. It would not be helpful for you to know right now. Let it be, right? But if I can leave you on one little positive note here with this Page of Cups, I think something, we talk about feeling better about a difficult situation you're in. I think it would really help you to kind of go back to your roots about why it is that you're doing what you want to do. And Page of Chalices, Page of Cups especially, is very much associated with the inner child. So that makes me think that whatever you're doing now, there is like a very deep and personal reason why you're doing what you're doing. And I think remembering that, keeping that in mind, and kind of going through that in your head, maybe that will help lead you to whatever decisions you need to make down the line. Not right now, but I think that can help you kind of recenter, re-ground yourself, and focus back on the reality. Yeah, I'm just kind of getting this thought now. I feel like it's possible. I don't want to make any promises, but just be aware of the fact it's possible that something else is going to replace this thing that you lost. Because I don't know. There's just nothing about this that really feels like the end, And especially because we have the Five of Cups, it's like I feel like there's still more to this story. And by kind of getting back in a more healthy and helpful mindset, maybe that's what will help you see what's going to come next, what tool you can use instead, what person or whatever it is, right? I feel like something can come in and replace that once you can get yourself back in a better headspace. I'm not promising that's going to happen, okay? That's kind of just more of an intuitive feeling I'm getting from this. But I will say, if there's any chance of that happening, yeah, that's your first step for sure. Okay, Gemini Moons, I think I'm going to leave it there. If you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about their upright meaning, their reversed meaning, as well as any symbolism within the cards. So if you're feeling particularly drawn to any of them, or if you'd like any more information about any of them, feel free to check that out. But I am sending you guys lots of strength. Believe me, I know. It is hard to keep finding that positivity and motivation within yourself, even when your outside world is really not reflecting what you want. Believe me, I know. But I think instead of trying to look at it as being naive or too optimistic, look at it as being strong. if what you're doing feels good and right to you, and you feel, all of this really resonates with you, and you really feel like you want to continue trying, then you have to find the strength to stay positive and keep going, or at the very least stay neutral. Even if you're not positive, just at least, trying not to drag your feet through the whole thing, just kind of staying committed. That takes a lot of strength. And I think that's very admirable. So I'm sending all of that your way. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!